I'm your host, Janice McLean Deloach.
I decided after a career in show business.
The summer was wonderful, so I know we're going to have an amazing new season coming up, and we're going to start today at MedWeek in Washington, D.C. My name is Janine Fondon with Unity First, so I'd like to say hello, Janine, and thank you for talking to me today. Hi, I'm Janice McLean Deloach, and I'm bringing you a special segment at the Washington Hilton with the CivilRights.org Foundation. And here with me, I have Jordan Smith, who is going to tell us what he is here today to celebrate with the Executive Leadership Council. So I'd like to say hello, Jordan. Tell us why you're here today. Congratulations on your award. Let's talk about that.
Well, you know, the thing is, when I got the information, right away I said, what am I getting an award for?
What businesses or industries can women do other than being in front of the camera and singing? Atlantic Business Finance Company, and how you got started, and what you do with the SBA 504 loan program.
Well, I speak for major corporations around the world. Been doing it for 43 years. I'm teaching them how to develop their leadership voice, how to bring out the best in them, and how to begin to manifest their greatness. And I also teach and coach people on how to use their story and their knowledge to build a financial empire.
I was born in Scotland. I came to America when I was maybe 25 as a contemporary Christian artist. Co-hosted the 700 Club for about 5 years. And I've been with Women of Faith now for 17 years.
Obviously, the jail should not be built.
Right.
It's a cost item that does not have good returns. There are 40,000 vacant lots of abandoned homes in this city. There's unemployment 40% in the Upton Druid Heights area.
Wow.
Why not rebuild 10,000 of the 40,000 homes? There'd be more jobs than there are unemployed people.
The Center for International and Comparative Law at the University of Baltimore School of Law provides a platform for a number of different kinds of international activities.
Immigrated when I was 8 years old, lived a couple of years in Miami, learned English, and then moved to Los Angeles. Went to Catholic schools all my life.
As a former educator, education is extremely important to me, and I believe that the local church has a great opportunity to be a prophetic voice and a pastoral voice in schools throughout our communities.
Well, if you need financing to finish making products for an order, factoring an order, something like that, there's some companies that just do that. If you're starting from scratch and you are looking for startup capital, there's another type of funding and things like that.
People are kind of in a situation where that might not always be an opportunity to do. And I love you, you know I do. Right. The bankers don't want to give anybody anything right now, and this will change. It's cyclical. Yeah.
One of the things I would want to change is the fact that nobody really knows when or how they're going to get a disease, and I think that we need to have different guidelines on how the underwriting is done to allow certain benefits to be given to somebody who has been diagnosed with a disease in order for them to be covered.
become a shark or remain a shark. I think that all entrepreneurs were faced with ups and downs no matter where you are in your career. And I try to give people the insight of some mistakes I may have made, as well as some goals and some ways to set goals. Sometimes you're not going to know how you're going to figure it out, but you need to at least know the mark that you want to go after.
So I've always been fascinated by entrepreneurs, because ultimately entrepreneurs are the people who bring ideas to life. It's not advertising agencies, it's not the government, it's not TV studios, it's entrepreneurs.
We partner with Truckers Against Trafficking.com, and it's really bad. Well, all over the United States, human trafficking is bad. Boys and girls as young as the age of 9 being stuck into the back of 18-wheelers and carted across state lines for the purpose of prostitution and slavery. Yes, slavery in the United States of America.
Well, that meeting went silent. And so it was at that point I realized, because I'm a small businessman, that these large behemoths in terms of systems really have a tough time turning the battleship, if you will. So as an entrepreneur, I knew that if something was going to be done, we needed to be proactive rather than reactive. And so we started U.S. Hispanic Youth Entrepreneur Education.
Well, the mindset became last year when we put together a CeCe Winans concert in Harford County. So many people stated they wanted another conference and concert, but they wanted us to focus it on HIV and AIDS and domestic violence. So that is what we did.
You're in hip hop and you're in entrepreneurship. So tell us how that's matured into a business for you.
All of us as MCs, DJs, producers, we're walking businesses. So it's important that once mainstream may latch on to other folks and say that you're not as important or as relevant, or you can't make us as much money as we can make with the next, that you can hold on for yourself.
And they are a Christian organization that feeds and clothes and educates and works with people in every country. They're just absolutely amazing. They go into countries like Ethiopia, where the picture that you see is desolate, absolutely dried up, nothing there. And within 5 years, it's green and people are back in the community and they've built schools. I mean, really, they do an incredible work.
Well, I never thought that 53 was a pioneer, but that's okay. This is quite an honor. It's an honor to be here this evening. I won 2 Image Awards. I won one for Lackawanna and one for Law and Order, and Emmy, Golden Globe, and a SAG award.
Basically give small businesses a chance to do some great advertising without the big price of an ad agency. And we do this by using very high-level freelance talent. And then again, we can give top quality, effective advertising to our clients.
Sure. About a year and a half ago after The Apprentice, I turned down hundreds of jobs to start my own company. And not because it's the easiest road, but because of the road that I felt like I wanted to be on, which is going from being an employee to an employer and starting my own firm and beginning to build my own brand and my own platform. And so we started a company called Legacy Holdings. Legacy Holdings is a private investment firm. We do leverage buyouts, which is just buying and selling small operating companies. We also do real estate development and real estate acquisition. So Legacy Holdings, you can think of it as an umbrella, and then we have companies and divisions stuck under it.
And here with me, I have the honor and the pleasure of introducing you to Ms. Alaire Townsend, who is the publisher and the all-around go-to person for Crain's New York Business. So I'd like to say hello, Alaire, and thank you for talking to me today. For those who are not familiar with Crain's New York Business, can you tell us what Crain's New York Business is?
Okay, it's a weekly business newspaper. It's not boring, it's got color and nice paper. Ink does not come off on your hands.
That's great.
And we write about all parts of the city's economy.
Song, Put a Little Love in Your Heart. Now, what was the inspiration for that song?
Well, Mahalia Jackson, I used to be with her all the time. And she used to take me with her on trips and all like that. And Mahalia recorded that song. And I said to her then, during that time, I said, Mahalia, that Put a Little Love in Your Heart. I said, I sure do like that. She said, I do too, that's why I'm recording it. So I said, well, if I get a chance to record, that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to record Put a Little Love in Your Heart, and praise God, I got a chance to record during that time, and that's what I recorded.
I'm very excited and very happy for tonight, our Asian Business Council holiday party. And I appreciate so many people, they come over, not only our members, we have almost like 30 people come from different area, and they are all very successful business people.
Well, Revolt TV is a music channel. Now it's founded by an amazing guy also, Sean, Puffy, Puff Daddy, P. Diddy, Swag, Combs, you know.
Well, I missed the swag one, okay.
No, yeah, there's a number of names in there. You got to know them all and be ready to go with it. But Sean Combs was able to get this network founded and was able to help us get some distribution that's incredible with both Comcast and Time Warner. So it's a music network that focuses on the artists. It's for the artists, by the artists, for the fans, by the fans.
This evening we are here celebrating with our partners in the Chinese American business community. As you know, they are a very important part of the Economic Development Corporation in Prince George's County. Lisa Liu, the president of this organization, chairs our Asian Business Council in Prince George's County.
That business is about relationships. Without relationships, you have no business. Without relationships, you have no business being in business. In fact, the business we're all in is in the business of building relationships. So I'm going to speak on that on Tuesday evening for MedWeek, and of course Ron Langston, the great Ron Langston, what a guy, is a good friend, and he has done a lot of wonderful things with FraserNet. We're going to do a lot of wonderful things with MBDA, and so I'm here to support him as he has come out to Power Networking, our conference that we put on each year where 10,000 people gather to enjoy learning the skills of networking.
Basically, the components inside a computer are pretty much the same with every major manufacturer that are out there. The box is pretty much the only difference. Some are black, some are white, some are gray, some are blue. That's just a design. Pretty much the components inside are what make the computer. And the main thing you really want to take into consideration with the manufacturer is the type of service you're going to get from that manufacturer. And if you don't know, ask an IT company or ask a friend.
I'm going to teach you the beginning of dining etiquette, and we're going to learn how to set a 4-course table.
Set on the right.
Mm-hmm.
Big fork for the fork, set on the left.
Mm-hmm. So you have the confidence of knowing what to do when you sit down at that table.
Hello, my name is Michael, and I'm here with Tim Train from Big Cubes Games. How long does it take to send out a regular game per average?
It takes about, well, it's different depending on the kind of game that you want to make. It takes us about 2 3/4 or about 3 years to make a game. We think that the online community is really important to support, and our games in particular, I think, are most fun when played head-to-head against a friend of yours.
Thanks, Tim, for talking to me today.
Sure.
And stand by for more.
So, what exactly did you do here today at the conference?
Well, we were here today on a teen panel trying to explain to marketers in the room the importance of reaching the Hispanic teen demographic as a way to grow their sales. I don't know if you are aware, but 80% of all teens in North America today are of Hispanic origin, and Hispanics represent about 51% of the population growth that we're seeing in the country in 2009. So when you're thinking about how to grow your business, it's just really important that you connect with teens to do that. Companies like Walmart and Orbitz, Wrigley's, Eclipse, companies like AT&T and Verizon are all taking advantage of this demographic to really drive their sales.
I head up the Consumer Insights Group, so my group is responsible for all of the research that goes into understanding our audience, whether it's pilot testing or usability testing on our websites, or large-scale consumer insights reports to understand all the behaviors in their lives, like their experiences with music, their experiences with entertainment, how they spread influence to one another. Pretty much anything that relates to the young audience, we're on top of it, and that's our job, to keep the company informed.
Who are a couple people that are on your label you signed?
Right now, Hollywood Records has the Jonas Brothers, which as of today have another #1 album out on SoundScan. Their album came out last week and just hit #1 on the top 200 album charts. So the Jonas Brothers, Miley Cyrus, Jesse McCartney, Ali and AJ, Demi Lovato, Selena Gomez, and several other pretty top artists. We're very much the leaders in the tween teen music artist space right now.
Hi, my name is Robert, and you're watching KTV.
Pen Pals is a little plush animal. You got Benji the turtle, you got Shakes the dog, puppy, and Haiku the panda. Basically, you place the turtle on your wrist, grab the pencil, and voila, you're ready to write.
Hi, I'm Adele Overly. I'm the owner of Snippets Haircuts for Kids, located in the Watchapel Town Center. You guys are here today to get pampered, and that's kind of why we started. We wanted to have a place that kids could come, feel comfortable getting a haircut, could enjoy getting a haircut, and that's how Snippets evolved. And today, these three lovely ladies are getting cucumber facials. It's a 3-step process, and right now you can see them sitting with their mask on and their cucumber eye patches, and they're just relaxing and enjoying the Snippets atmosphere.
Hi, my name is Samantha, and you're watching KTV.
What is so important to me is that I want more Yahoos and Googles and eBays and Amazons to happen. And what was important about those companies is that they didn't have to get permission from every ISP in the world. They didn't have to negotiate with every ISP in the world. They just put their services up on the internet and made them available. Now, sometimes lots of people try that and it doesn't work. Maybe the product isn't any good. But what you want is no barrier or low barrier to trying these new ideas out. And as long as the internet remains open in that respect, it will be a sort of a petri dish for new entrepreneurial ideas.
But those who are starting out, it's just first they have to do their research and their homework. That's the number one thing. Help them to understand, is there a business there once they invest all this money and time? And so they have to do their homework and research first. And then the second thing is probably just where is the capital to help them get started. And, but I would tell them, instead of looking for the government and banks sometime, invite and start an investment club. There's other ways to try to help them to start their business, and then from there they can seek other means of financial to grow their business or take it to the next level.
And I guess I was really invited because I'm currently involved in a group called the Maryland China Business Council, which is obviously China focused, not broadly Pan-Asian focused, and also had the opportunity in wearing my own company's hat. I helped neighboring Montgomery County on a recent delegation of a trade mission to China back in September, just a couple of months ago.
One of the programs we're running currently in the United States, we're calling a trade in and save, or take back and save program, where you can trade in your old printers, buy a new printer, we'll give you cash back for that. So not only are you getting a cash incentive to do it, but by purchasing that new printer, that new printing technology, that innovative printer technology, you're lowering your environmental impact as well, because it by definition uses less energy, etc.
What we try to do is customize 2 particular services through VIP Events Concierge, which is event planning. We've grown so much that now we're an event marketing firm, and also we focus on transportation. So if nonprofit, for-profit organizations are looking for event marketing, not only will we plan your event, will we help market your event and get folks out there. So basically we'll promote that as well.
The students in my classes, for at least 15 of those, were not black young women. And what I'm doing this for is all women, but particularly for the women of color who are not able to afford it, or maybe just not connected to it. But I'm really doing this for all young ladies to get some golden nuggets, some real diva tips to help them through their life, their journey in life to become a woman.
Because very few people ever do raise outside money. I mean, it's really tough. And so think about how much worse it is for a woman who generally has not been in the mainstream of the high-tech, high-growth companies, and then they try to raise money. And so that's why Springboard has been so good for the women and the entrepreneurs. We deal in the DC area with all entrepreneurs who need funding from angels.
Well, I'm a member of this conference, but today specifically I am representing the Russia Initiative, or Eurasia Initiative, which reflects our partnership between this conference and the churches in Eurasia. We have a partnership with one of the districts there, representing about a dozen churches.
This is a wonderful gathering of great people in business, small business individuals that come from very diverse backgrounds. I think our minority business owners are growing by leaps and bounds. We're probably the fastest growing in our state, and we have a lot of talent and we have a lot to offer. We have a lot to offer to the economic vitality of not just our county but our state too.
Let's talk about your role at K&G Fashion Superstore.
I am the store manager of K&G, and we provide quality merchandise, fashionable merchandise at prices well below our competitors and department stores.
Let's talk a little bit about who you are and what you do and what you're doing here today.
I am a program manager for the Headquarters Army Materiel Command, and we are the manager for 7 major subordinate commands to the Army. We have management oversight for Army Sustainment Command, Army Contracting Command, Aviation and Missile Command, Joint Munitions Lethality Command, RDECOM, TACOM. I just want to make sure I don't forget anybody, but we have management oversight.
And I think it's very important that we step out and have a voice.
In my role, I find the data from this book that they put out annually to be invaluable.
We have our own networking event, and in 2002, it was in August, we pulled in 70 women. Just wow. As a start. We found a venue, we sent the emails out, and the women showed up.
An advocate for healthy living and a motivator for children, adults, and seniors to live an unlimited life, recognizing the power of nutrition.
Well, you know, I believe that entrepreneurism is something that you must make a commitment to. When I was a little boy, I was blessed to have 2 great parents. My mom was a school teacher, my dad was an entrepreneur. And he would take my brother and I to school every day, and hear the other little children be taught by their parents, you know, go to school, get a good education so you can get a good job. And my dad would say to us, okay guys, what should you do? Go to school, right? Get a great education, right? So we can create some good jobs.
Innovation is the core of the kinds of things that we're doing today. So we're looking for people with great ideas. So even the companies that once set the agenda for you when you came in as an engineer and they told you what they'd like you to work on are now looking for people inside those companies to be intrapreneurial. They want them to be thinking about what could be next for us and therefore innovate on that.
I thank you for having us here. I have to be happy and inspired and awesome, and I just thank you so much. I thank you girls for doing what you do. It's been my pleasure, and I thank you for watching.